We're at Wildwood Park where tonight the Sheboygan A's open up their playoff portion of the season against the Greenville Stars. Hello everybody, alongside Lucas Schulze, I'm Mike Martin. We'll be bringing you tonight's game. Sheboygan comes in with a 28-23 overall record. They finished 8-8 in the Northeastern Wisconsin Baseball League, but against Greenville, they're only 1-3. They've really struggled against them. And in the playoff matchups for the NEWBL, number 3 seeded Sheboygan will host, that's where we're here tonight, Greenville. And then over at Appleton, the Appleton Legends host the Kewaskum. The winners of tonight's games will play tomorrow night at the higher seed. If Appleton wins and we win, we're going to be at Appleton. Lucas, what do you got on Greenville? I know you put up a lot of numbers in your book on that.
It's a team with a very explosive offense, a team that Sheboygan pitching has really struggled with so far this season. You mentioned the 1-3 record, but it's over 7.5 runs per game, over 10 hits per game, and they're hitting .355 against Sheboygan pitching. So it's a recipe for disaster. If you're not putting up runs, this team's going to get to you.
Greenville finished 7-9 in 4th place in the NEWBL. They're 10-13 overall. They've won 4 of their last 5 games, Lucas. Their last game was the game they lost to Menasha. That was that 7-5 game, the one you weren't here. We were able to track it along, and then before we left the air, we were able to tell the fans what's happening in the playoff scenario. And that's why we're here tonight. Leading off for Greenville is going to be their third baseman, Garrett Hitbis. And on the mound for Sheboygan is Joe Richardson. Joe's had a nice year so far. He hasn't pitched enough. That was the problem.
He's got a good live arm. Throws pretty hard. That's what you can ask for Sheboygan. Just got to be around the zone. Don't want to be giving up free bases.
Richardson has allowed 15 hits in 12 innings pitched. Has a fine ERA of 1.50 and a record of 1-1. Making his 3rd start of the year. Lucas will give you the Sheboygan defense in just a second.
Defensively for Sheboygan looks like this. In left field, it's Nick Tenney. The center fielder, Alex Ames. And in right, it's Chase Hanselman. Around the horn from 3rd to 1st. In the infield, Hudson Wagner at 3rd. The shortstop is George Haas. The second baseman is Cal Casper. At 3rd is Harry Steldt. At 1st, I should say, is Harry Steldt. Behind the plate's Connor Lash, and then on the mound is Joe Richardson, who just got his first strikeout of the day.
Turner Kunke is up next. Kunke, in the 4 games that Sheboygan has played against Greensville, is 5 for 14, and he's a UW Milwaukee student.
Just finished up his freshman year there. Didn't appear in any games for UW Milwaukee, but definitely a special team to be a part of. How far they went in
the tournament. And we were hoping for a couple of their players to come here this year who played with us last year, but Horn and Hadley did not make it to Sheboygan to play any games. Kunke is a pretty common name with Greenville. Camden and Jamie are co-managers of the club. You had some very impressive numbers about the Greenville offense against Sheboygan.
Yeah, .355 average is absolutely amazing, and over 10.5 hits per game, and all those games were 7-inning games. It's been explosiveness for this Greenville offense. It's been tough for Sheboygan to stop. That one time they won, they had to put up 11 runs, and they had to walk it off just to win that one game.
Get that base hit in the bottom of the 7th to win it, 11-10. Going back to Richardson's season stats, he has 17 strikeouts in those 12 innings. Make it 18 now. He struck out Hitbis to lead off the game, but he has allowed 8 walks. Kunke hanging in there. We were a little concerned coming in, Bill had mentioned this, about the uniforms and reading the numbers on Greenville, but it doesn't seem to be too bad.
That's
Not like those old Sheboygan Lutheran football uniforms from years ago.
That's very similar to the Cincinnati Red City Connect jerseys. Kind of like the Chicago Rockies were similar to the Colorado Rockies City Connects.
Count is 3-2. We're in the top of the first of a 9-inning game.
And
Turner is really making Richardson work.
exactly, I was saying it looks very similar to what we saw against Menasha a couple weeks ago now, where a lot of their batters worked deep into counts and made Sheboygan pitching work. Seen it from Kunke right here.
That pitch is up high. Kunke works a walk. Good at bat for him. That brings up Jake Lucas, who has been a hitting machine in the previous 4 games, going 10 for 17. The weird stat about him is all those at-bats and all those hits, he has not scored 1 run.
Yeah, it takes a lot to get on base so many times, especially with how great this offense has been, and to only come around 1 time, it's almost
in the
incredible.
2 games that I've got from earlier last month, he all of his hits were singles. But still, the liner caught by Haas, and getting back in time was Kunke, but looked like a sure hit.
Yeah, great job by George Haas. A lot of times you see those middle infielders jump too early, mistime that jump and miss the catch, but Haas timed it perfectly and made a great catch. Saved the hit.
Yeah, Joe Fisher is next. He's another one. He attends Winona State. Wonder if him and Cal Casper ever ride together. Fisher hitting 400 against Sheboygan pitching. Was back on July 11th. We played a doubleheader here. We won the first game and lost the second game. And then we went to Greenville on Sunday and played a doubleheader and lost both ends of those 2 games. Oh, wow. Tough break for Sheboygan. It hit the pitcher and got past him, and then as Sheboygan middle infielders were ready to make the play, it hit the base and went out into center field. It's going to be a base hit, and Turner Kunke did some great base running, getting all the way to third.
That's a tough break for Sheboygan. Again, Cal Casper, it doesn't matter how experienced you are out there, there's nothing you can do when the ball hits the bag. It takes that kind of hop.
Matthew Hitpist, the right fielder, is up next.
And just forcing a run didn't score on that play.
Lucas talked about all the hitting they did against Sheboygan. So far in this ball game, they've got a hit in 3 at-bats and a walk. That's why they have runners on first and third.
Big spot here for Richardson. Throw a scoreless inning.
Way ahead on the count to Hitpist, 0-2. The winner of the playoff tonight and tomorrow will play Menasha, the league champs this year. They get a bye into the championship round.
That's what Sheboygan got last season, and they were the #1 overall seed and got to host both games 1 and 3. This year, if they were to go to the championship, they'd only get to host 1 game. That'd be game 2. Still a long ways from that.
Ball is popped into short left field. It's going to drop right along the line for a hit, and Greenville is on the board.
You look at their record, especially even winning 4 of the last 5 games, they come in just 7-9 in the league, and you think this team's gonna be easy to beat, easy money, and they're just so good offensively. They consistently put pressure on you with runners on base, But the way you're going to beat this team if you're Sheboygan, you got to get to their pitching staff, limit their runs scored, but you got to take advantage of their weak pitching.
What's amazing is that they've lost 9 games in the league the way they play Sheboygan. They'd be the league champs. That ball is scorched out to left, but Tenney has a beat on it and makes the play. But in the top of the first, Greenville does score.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
That game that Greenville lost the other night at Menasha was an extremely important game for Menasha. That gave them the league championship. Why don't you go through the defense that Greenville has out there?
Defensively in the outfield for the Stars, Joe Fisher, he's the left fielder. In center field is Cameron Cronus. And right is Matthew Heitpiss. Around the horn from third to first in the infield, Garrett Heitpiss is a third baseman. The shortstop is Gary Wiest. At second is Benny Kiefer. The first baseman is Jake Lucas. And behind the plate is Turner Kunke catching for the pitcher, Nate Vila.
The game the other night that was going to be played in Kenosha, the suspended game makeup, was canceled because of weather. And that game was rescheduled for this Thursday, July 30th. And then after that, they have one more game remaining in the regular season in the Wisconsin State League. We'll talk about that as we move through this game. Leading off is going to be Alex Ames. Ames has been coming on as the season has progressed. Ball is popped up into foul territory, and making the catch was Hitbis. That would have been Garrett. Chase Hanselman is next. Hanselman leads the ball club in doubles with 16. Also hitting 359. So just a touch above Harry in the stats that we have in front of us.
Hey, look at that RBI count, up to 31 RBIs now. What a tear he's been on.
Oh, so all we needed to do was do that. Cross the tee. Nate Vila on the mound for Greenville. Nate, not a real big guy, but he throws it pretty hard. Chase falls that back. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And you had brought up Sheboygan having the magic number of 2 in the Wisconsin State League. So they're technically playing a playoff game on Thursday, even though it's not really a playoff game. It's kind of, it feels like a playoff game. And not to mention they got possibly 2 playoff games as well this week if they win tonight. Could be a huge week to decide Sheboygan's season.
Count now sits at 2-2. Hanselman playing out in right field. Ball is hit out into left, not deep. Fisher makes the easy grab. That brings up Harry Stelt. Harry was tied with Jimmy for the RBI lead, but Jimmy collected, I think 4 or 5 the other night. 4 for sure on the Grand Slam. He's sitting at close to 40 RBIs on the year. Jimmy leads it in that department, but Harry's at 34. It's a good number. Breaking ball is in for a strike. For the season, Sheboygan's team batting average is not that high. They're hitting .257. Connor Lash waiting on deck. There's a guy we'd like to see start to crank 1 or 2. He led the club last year, doesn't have a home run yet.
His average has gone up, but his homers haven't gone along with it yet.
Another breaking pitch right in there. Very nice pitch by Vila. And he blew the fastball by Harry. You're not going to see that very much. But Sheboygan goes 1, 2, 3 in their half of the first. After 1 complete, Greenville on top, 1-0.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then our dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Thank you very much. Cameron Cronus, the center fielder, is leading off the second. Richardson starts him off with a, looked like a changeup, and Cronus was way out in front. Richardson gave up 2 hits in the first, along with the walk, and that cost him. The walk was the runner that scored. And a quick 1, 2, 3, and Cronus is out.
Yeah, you also could blame the second base bag from one of those hits.
Yeah, exactly.
An easy ground out for Cal Casper.
Just think of it, the shortstop picks up that grounder and steps on second for the out.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, that was a tough break, and that would have been the third out, too. Brock Wolter is up. Brock is the DH.
Yeah, Brock Walters only played in 1 of the 4 games thus far in that back-to-back doubleheaders. Went 1 for 3.
Hudson Wagner with a good play.
Harry dropped it.
Harry dropped the ball, and runner's going to be safe. I guess that would be an E3.
Yeah.
If anything has been consistent about the Sheboygan A's, it's been the defense has not been up to par.
I think Harry might have, like CJ was just saying, maybe went through his glove.
Yeah,
He
might
be
have.
getting a new glove.
Yeah. So Wolter reaches on the error by Harry, and that brings up the number 9 hitter, the shortstop, Gary Wiest. Wiest is going to be attending ground ball to short. Haas drops it, and Wiest is on base, E6. That's your 8 and 9 hitters. And neither of those two had hit much. You mentioned Wolter was 1 for 3. Wiest was 0 for 19. He's now 0 for 20 against Sheboygan.
0 for 10. What's 0 for 9?
Oh, I see. 0 for 10.
Yes.
Okay. Got to make that line a little
Yeah.
longer.
Supposed to be a slash.
Yeah, I got it. Garrett hit this up. He struck out his first time. Harry is up in front of the bag. Bouncing ball foul down the third base line.
And from what this Greenville team offensively has done to Sheboygan in the past, it's just not a team you can afford to make those kind of mistakes, especially back-to-back plays and 8-9 hitters like you mentioned.
94 errors now by Sheboygan on the season. That's more than any other year since I've been doing the live stream announcing. And well, we'll just leave it at that. It's been a tough year defensively for the A's. Richardson's going to have to work a little harder. Wagner makes the play again. That time Harry able to hang on to it. But the runners move up to second and third. Strikeout would look real nice now.
And it feels
Turner Kunke walked his first time up.
And it's a very similar situation in the first inning. Timely hits. That timely hit that Joe Fisher had, who just doesn't stop hitting against Sheboygan. And hopefully Richardson can keep him down here in the second.
Kunke had a great at bat his first time up, fouling off numerous pitches before he finally drew the walk. Richardson throws the breaking pitch there and gets it in for a strike. Infield is back deep. They'll take an out and allow a run to score. Richardson, another breaking ball. And he'll go to first for the out. And that's out number 3. And Greenville does not score. They threaten, but they do not score after an inning and a half. Sheboygan down 1.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh,
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
No score in Appleton as Kewaskum and Appleton are playing in the other half of the NEWBL playoffs. They're in the second inning also. Connor Lash, the A's catcher and number 4 hitter, will be leading off the second.
Vila went right through Sheboygan 1-2-3 against 3 very good hitters in the top half or bottom half of the first.
You know, Lucas, I gave some wrong information. Going the other way, but right there is Hitbis. He makes a catch. Connor Lash does have a home run. It was on the road. So he's not homerless this year. Hudson Wagner up next. Hudson with a couple of nice plays at third. First pitch is up high to Hudson. Wagner steps in, hitting .245. A good fastball.
You can just hear that glove pop. You know, Vila's got a strong arm. Throws it hard. It's blown right past Sheboygan hitters. We saw him do it to Harry a couple times, and now to Hudson Wagner.
And he appears to have a really good breaking ball too, which will really keep you off balance. Outfielders for the Stars are not playing very deep. Jimmy Jurgensen is on deck. Ball is hit out to right. Coming on is Hitbis, and he makes the catch. Jimmy's up. Jimmy had a big game against the Tropics with a single, a double, and a grand slam home run. He has 38 RBIs and 7 home runs.
He's one of the few regular starters that played in that game. A lot of new names that hadn't played too often for Sheboygan. Got some action against the Tropics.
Actually, when I look at this, there are quite a few starters in there. Ames and Wagner and Jurgensen. Kearns has been on and off along with Lemons, but they've had a couple good guys in there. But Tropics jumped all over them. Especially early with 4 in the first and then 3 more in the third.
Chance for Sheboygan's first base runner, but also a chance For Jurgens to get a hold of one, Avila makes a mistake.
The right fielder, Matthew Hitpis, is playing a little bit deeper, not much. A lot of faith in their pitcher, Lucas. Jimmy with a swing and a miss. And that's the second strikeout for Vila, and that ends the second inning.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Jake Lucas is going to lead off for Greenville in the top of the third. Sheboygan's down a run. They need to win tonight to advance to the next round of the playoffs. They'll play the winner of Kewaskum and Appleton. You know, I was thinking, we all heard on the news about the tornado that ripped through the Menasha city, and I was, Bill and I looked it up. If anything had gone wrong with their baseball park, Coslow Field, and we could not find anything. So we're assuming that when we get to the playoffs against Menasha, we'll be able to play there, that their field will be in good shape. Football stadium got hit pretty hard.
Yeah, I heard about that. And we got to win these games to even get to play Menasha.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is not the guy you want to face. You want to guess his average? 6'11" for Sheboygan this season. 11 for 18.
He's already 0 for 1 tonight. Let's keep it. Let's make it 0 for 2.
I should say then 10 for 18. He's only hitting 556. Sorry.
Oh boy. Count is 1-1. Jake Lucas is the Stars' first baseman. Swings a mean left-handed bat, hits it out to Ames. Out number 1.
Hasn't been a lot of hard contact from Greenville. They've just gotten lucky, especially with that one that hit the base.
Well, the one that hit the base and then the little dumper out to left, too.
It's been their 2 hits. Sheboygan hasn't done anything. Don't even have a base runner through 2 innings.
No, I'll tell you that Nate Vila is really has the number of the Sheboygan hitters so far.
Yeah, Vila's showing off the velo, the velocity. Throws the ball really hard, and it's gone right past Sheboygan bats.
Nate Vila has retired the first 6 Sheboygan A's hitters that he's faced. 2 of those via the strikeout. That's where you get the velo comment by Lucas.
Thought it was pretty clever.
It was very good. Count is 2-1. There's 1 out. We're in the 3rd inning. Greenville on top. Playoff baseball.
Yep. Nothing better.
Ball is ripped down the line and left. It's going to go all the way to the wall. And Fisher is going to be in at second with a double. He's 2 for 2 on the night.
And he was another one that did a lot of damage for Sheboygan. Had 6 hits in 4 games coming in. Now he's got 8 hits. And not two more tonight.
That was clearly the hardest hit ball by Greenville so far. Matthew Hitpiss singled into short left, right down the line for an RBI. His first time. Good stop by Connor Lash. Now, from the research you did, Matthew did not play any of the first 4 games against Sheboygan. 1 for 5. Okay.
He played in both of the road games.
Okay. Did not have him here. Tool pitches inside, makes it 3-0. Fisher's on at second. And ball 4. With runners on at first and second, Benny Kiefer is going to come up. Benny hit a fly ball out to left that Tenney was able to navigate.
Yeah, he's hitting 500 for Sheboygan as well. 6 for 12 now. Just up and down this lineup. You see great hitters for the Stars. That's why Connor Lash going out to talk to Richardson, just calm him down. Got that first out, but it's been a little shaky since. Try to get him back on the right track.
A lot of traffic on the bases. We had mentioned that Richardson strikes out quite a few, but to go along with that, he also walks too many. Coming in, he had 8 walks in 12 innings. He already has 2 tonight. Kiefer trying to bunt, fouled it back. Count is 1-1. There is 1 out. Our umpires tonight are Doug Steinke behind home plate and Kevin Vincent on the bases. Game time temperature was 70 degrees. Ball hit foul. You know, I feel really bad for Moxon Kearns. He hit that 2-run homer the other night. I forgot to say Sheboygan. But I got it for Jimmy's Grand Salami.
Well, it makes Moxon's unique then, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
Not a good unique, though. Be better.
No, not a good unique. Again, the Greenville hitters are making our pitcher, Joe Richardson, work hard.
They've had 2 runners on in every inning so far. Only 1 run across, but it feels like they keep pushing. Eventually that pressure is going to get to Sheboygan, and you just hope that big inning doesn't come.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Kiefer. And a breaking pitch is a punch foul. Jacob Neese making the play over by the A's dugout. Jacob not in uniform. He's out for the year with that shoulder injury. And if you're listening to our last game the other night against the Milwaukee Tropics, Riley Palmquist announced that he's done. His A's career is done. Harry drifting in foul territory and has it. Good play by Harry. And that brings up Cameron Cronus.
A lot of times when you're in a jam like that as a pitcher, other than a double play, of course, your best friend is the strikeout and the pop-up. That's exactly what Richardson got there, and now he's just 1 out away.
You know, we talked about that over the course of the season about unproductive outs. And when you're striking out and popping up, Yeah, that's the definition of an unproductive out. Joe's first pitch is a strike to Cronus. Cameron was a strikeout victim to lead off the second. Hunting ball over to Harry. It gets through. They're going to try and send him. And a high throw. But Lash able to make the catch.
That is
And
a
it's going to be bases loaded.
That is a run-saving catch by Connor Lash, especially with all that gear on to make that jumping grab. Not easy by any means. A great job, I guess, by Hanselman to keep the runner at third. Got to it quickly.
Fisher rounded the base hard. Looked like he was going to go, but when he saw where Chase Hanselman was and the good arm he has, he decided to hold at third. That brings up Brock Wolter. Brock reached on the error by Harry. It was a good play by Hudson Wagner. The throw across was in time, but looked like possibly Harry's glove broke and the ball trickled out. Richardson's been giving it all, but I tell you, over these 3 innings, he's had a lot of pressure pitches. He's been under the gun a lot.
We talked about 2 base runners or more in all 3 innings. That's not ideal if you're a pitcher.
Four left on base so far for Greenville. They've had opportunities to score more runs. Hopefully that'll come back to haunt them in the end. 0-2 pitch. Bouncer foul. Sheboygan with a 28-23 overall record. They're 15-8 in the state league. And from what we heard, the magic number we came into tonight thinking was 2 is really down to 1. Called, strike 3, a good pitch by Joe Richardson, and he gets out of the inning unscathed.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Bottom part of the order is going to be batting for Sheboygan in the third. It'll be Tenny Casper and George Haas. So far in the ball game, through 3 innings, Greenville has left 7 runners on base. Sheboygan has yet to have a base runner.
They haven't even had 7-man hit yet.
We're hoping to get something going in the bottom of the third. Nate Vila has been off the charts with his pitching so far. Breaking ball and fastball have been very, very good. Mr. Miyagi, why don't you get the chopsticks over there? 1-1 pitch to Nick. Well, it goes off the mask of the umpire. Kunke turns around, makes sure that Doug Steinke's okay.
Big spot, Sheboygan, get that leadoff runner on. Start putting some pressure on this Greenville pitching staff.
Yeah, Vila has not had any pressure pitches all inning, or first two innings.
And all it's been for Richardson pretty much have been pressure pitches.
Exactly.
Opposite extremes in this game.
Breaking ball was a hanger, and Nick only able to foul it off. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cal Casper is waiting on deck. Cal has been hitting better lately. He's got his average up over 200. Inside pitch goes off the handle of Nick's bat. CJ, maybe you need to make that announcement again. 3 girls run in front of us, all running down, and even the fans are telling him to stop. Not supposed to run in the ballpark. Breaking ball is hammered out into right field, but making the grab out there is Hitpiss. That is a fly ball to the outfield, number 4, and all 4 have been caught. 3 of them by the right fielder.
Seems like Sheboygan's got that opposite field approach going. Connor Lash.
Well, I think they're trying to catch up to the pitch. They're not getting around on it.
Make them look good. It's an opposite field approach.
Yeah, well, it does. It's got to get it to drop in. Cal Casper up. Cal takes that first pitch for a strike. Casper, along with 2 of his teammates, leads the club in triples. They each have 1. You'll mostly see Cal at catcher. Over the last few games, he's been out in right field and played a bunch of games at second. Done some pitching. He drills one to the gap in left center field. That's going to go to the warning track. The throw in is going to be in time. Looked like he might have slid under the tag, but the umpire didn't think so.
Off the bat, looked like it was going all the way to the wall, then it just kind of died. And left fielder Fisher got to it in plenty of time and made a great throw in to get him.
Give Cal a single, then he's thrown out 7-4. Good job by the left fielder to make a strong throw to second. George Haas takes that first pitch for a strike. You know, initially I was going to call it. That one's in the gap all the way to the warning track.
It looked like it. I mean, it looked like it had plenty of exit velocity to get all the way to the wall.
Don't go too far from your TV sets or your monitors, because we're going to have Denny Moyer during the 4th inning doing an interview with us. Denny, Mr. Baseball here at the ballpark. Oh, 0-2 pitch is a check swing. Tapper right back to the mound. And Not exactly a 1-2-3 inning, but it's what it ends up being. After 3 complete, Greenville still on top, 1-0. When we come back, we'll
Estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
back here at Wildwood Park, getting ready to start the 4th inning. Joining us up in the booth is Denny Moyer. Denny, thanks for being up here. A little too late. We should have had you earlier in the year, but how are you doing health-wise? How's the elbow?
Well, it's much better. It's pretty well healed up now. I know what happened. What happened is I kind of smashed it when I fell, and I did all kinds of surgery. There's 25 screws and 3 or 4 plates in there. Then I screwed up. I had to do it over, another surgery, and then I said.
Donna was telling me they're doing some procedures to try and get the healing to progress a little quicker.
They're poking in there with a needle of some sort, and I don't know, I forget what they put on it, but it seems to be working, and it's
all right,
pretty well healed it up. I think that's okay.
How are they treating you over at Lake House?
All right, it's okay. Rather be home, of course, but it's okay.
Line drive by Gary Wiest up the middle, base hit. Good start for Greenville. This Greenville team is...
they're a good ball club. They got kids from that whole area. It's not just Greenville. It's the whole county up there, pretty much, Outagamie County. They're good kids. They're good ball players. It's a good addition to the league.
Now, I don't know if all of our fans know this, but you have been in the process of writing a book. And I think you're on your 2nd year at least, or 3rd?
Yeah, I'm trying to get at this thing. Every time I write something I don't like it, I got to try over again and all that stuff. It's kind of a mess. It's working all right. I'm talking about...
Do you do it longhand or are you on the computer?
I'm still on the computer.
Okay, well, that's a good
thing. It doesn't always work, you know.
They have these things where you can kind of talk in your computer and it does the dialogue.
It doesn't understand me. His Parkinson's is made for a bad mouth. It doesn't work.
So I know you're going to go over the history of the franchise and about what years are you involved in now?
Well, right now I'm up to the early 70s, and I've got the features in that part done. You know, Gene Mann and Wettenkamp and all that stuff. So
I remember I was visiting with you, this is several weeks ago, and you had pulled out one of the pages of the book, and it's a story about Jumbo, my brother.
Yeah.
Jim Martin, they call him Jumbo. Batting for Greenville is Garrett Hitpis.
Tell you, Marty, Jumbo was a better player than people give him credit for being. He's a left-handed pitcher, and he threw strikes, would run like a deer. He was all right.
And he made it to the games even when his car broke down.
Yeah, that's that too. We had a lot of fun with Jumbo. He was a good guy.
Little hit and run action by Greenville. The Wiest, however, only able to advance to second, a break for Sheboygan, but more runners on base for the Stars. Denny, let's go back to the book, and you said you're in the early 70s. And there were some pretty good clubs in those years. I remember, I think I've got a picture of it on my phone, actually, the 71 or 72 team.
We had good teams. Actually, our 63 team wasn't bad either.
When I looked at the picture I was talking about, there were a lot of Hall of Famers on that team.
Yeah. 71 was a
Larson
good,
and
good team. Dick Larson and Tom Grahams and Dave Gare and Jerry Walters and
Ronnie Hare was on that team.
Ronnie Hare was on it. He was a great pitcher and a great guy, I'll tell you. Rick Rice was on that team.
Yeah, right.
It was a good outfit. We had two of the best pitchers in the league. We won it that year.
Rick's almost my neighbor.
Is he?
He lives on East Mark Drive. I live on West Shelley Court. We're
Yeah, I know. Right up
about a block away.
right up near North Avenue there. Yep. We got to put in gear here, Marty. These guys are beating us, I'll tell you that.
Richardson, our pitcher, Joe Richardson, he looks like a pretty good player.
He's all right.
Pretty good pitcher. Has some pretty good stats, but it's really tough when you're playing a team like Greenville.
They're scrappy, you know. These are about two evenly matched teams here. They're both fast. They're both young, and they both want to win this game for sure.
Do you have any involvement? Do you have any involvement with the club in terms of recruiting players or any of that kind of GM kind of job?
I'll tell you what, Marty. Tim has taken over this thing, and he's doing a great job of it. I do very little. In fact, I pretty much don't do anything anymore.
Bill Weinog too?
Bill Weinog too, yeah.
I was
I started all this stuff. I kept the stats every week and started the game program and all that stuff. And Tim's doing the same thing. He's working on getting you the stats and did all the scheduling, does all the lining, calls the game when it rains. I think he's doing a great job.
You know, the other thing that he's really good at is getting the stats together and keeping them up to date, and getting us copies up here, which is always real nice when we do our announcing to have updated information. And he's committed.
He's committed, yeah. You know, stats are fun when you're winning. When you lose, they're not so much fun.
Right. Exactly. We were commenting earlier in the game about the number of errors we have this year. Our stat sheet here had us for 92, and we've committed 2 more tonight. And 94 errors. I mean, it's just hard to play consistent winning baseball with that kind of defense.
And they're not bad infielders either, outfielders. Oh.
Ball took a bad hop, and Cal Casper not able to flag it down, and a run does score. Jake Lucas with another base hit. Hetpis stays at second, but Wiest is able to come around and score. It's 2-0 Greenville. Joe Fisher's up. Danny, let's talk about some more about this year's team. Who are some of the young players that impress you?
I like this. Where is this kid? Let me check it out. I like the shortstop.
Haas.
Haas is a good player. I like our catching too. We got 3 pretty good young catchers. Casper and this guy. All 3 of them are good.
Connor Lash.
Connor Lash, yeah. He can hit too. He's a good stick.
The one thing that I didn't know this coming into the year, I don't know if you did either, but Casper is caught, played right field, played second base, and pitched. Yeah. And looked a lot like his old man.
Yeah.
He gets up there and throws.
Michael could pitch, I'll tell you that. He was a good one.
So at a lot of the games.
I try to get to every game.
No, but I mean you. I meant Mike Casper.
Oh, he's been at all games.
Yeah.
He don't miss a game.
And I know you like to get to a lot of the games. I know I brought you one time.
Yeah.
I guess I wasn't a very good chauffeur. I haven't been called again.
We'll get back. We'll get to you.
Actually, you did call a second time, but I couldn't make it that night. Matthew Hitbis is up.
Getting back to the kids, Jurgensen is having a real good year. He's matured a lot at the plate. He's aggressive now. He's doing a good job.
Got that home run bat working again.
Yeah, he does. And Harry's Harry, you know, he's going to come in with his base hit every day and maybe hit a long one here for you once in a while. They're pretty nice boats. We tell you, we miss Riley a lot. Riley Palmquist.
Oh, I know. I know.
We miss him a lot, but
you know what Riley was really good at, Denny? He came up. Lucas couldn't make it the other night. He is working camera for Marquette University Soccer. Anyway, Riley came up here and served as an analyst. I was the lead announcer. He did a really nice job.
Good, yeah. He knows the game. Riley knows the game.
He liked doing it.
Yeah.
He came up. He had his Miller High Life. And I said, hey, Riley, I got some bad news for you. No alcohol in the press box. He was ready to take it out. There's a base hit out into left field. Strong throw coming in. Not going to be in time. Scoring from second base was Hitpiss. And Matthew Hitpiss gets the RBI single. And another run for Greenville. They now lead it 3-0. Anybody else?
I think Tim's seen enough here.
Yeah. Tim Moyer coming out. Anybody on the pitching side that showed some promise for you?
Let me see the charts here.
The one guy that we saw him pitch here, now we haven't seen him. I know he's pitched, but this Cade Volker.
I didn't see him play. I haven't seen him play.
Okay, and the other one is Gavin Goronsky.
He's a pitcher. He's going to help us a lot. I like him a lot.
He's
this kid starting tonight's a good pitcher too. He does a good job too.
Tim is leaving Joe in. You know, what can you tell your pitcher in something like that? I mean, what do you think?
Throw a strike.
Well, he hasn't walked anybody this inning, but he's given up 4 singles.
I've been kind of looking down here. We haven't been watching, but he's
Benny Kiefer up.
The guy will come out there and tell you if you have a control problem, he'll say just relax. Worst thing for control is being tight out there. I
was talking with some of the guys the other day, and the league, the NEWBL looks like it could be hurting next year because I guess Kewaskum's not coming back. I don't know if you heard that.
No, that's what I heard. Kewaskum's a good club too. They're a
yeah.
really good club.
Apparently they have trouble getting players during the week.
They can't travel. That's what hurts.
Yeah, they're weekend warriors.
I tried to get them in the state league a number of years ago, and they just didn't want to do the traveling. It takes a commitment to play in that state league. That's a lot of hauling around.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's good baseball, so it's worth it. That NEWBL league is a good league too. Monash is a good club.
And Appleton, yeah.
Green Bay, that's a good league. That's a tough
Whatever
league.
happened to Oshkosh? They had a team for a long time.
Well, for years. And he said he couldn't find the players anymore. They got a big university there.
Pop up. Haas is in the outfield and makes a catch. We're going to stick with Denny. He'll be back after the break. And, so stay tuned.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Denny, let's get into something that I know there was a lot of questions about it when you were drawing away from the A's for various reasons. But what do you see as the club's future? Is Is it strong, vibrant? Are we
I
going
think
to
it's
be able
good.
to keep
I
going?
think it's good. I think it's good, Marty. We got some pretty solid people leading it and hard workers. We don't have enough workers, of course. Never have enough, but
You can go back 50 years, and we've always had that problem.
Still been a problem, yeah. And we're drawing pretty good crowds. We must have had 500-600 the other night here, and we gotta serve them. You know, we gotta have the concession stand running properly. The ticket booth's gotta be running properly.
Was that hard for you to draw back and not be involved as you were through all those years?
I can't tell you how hard, Marty. I just love this whole thing, the whole program, and it's just I can't contribute enough to even take up their time anymore now. So I go to meetings and stuff, and a lot of them are new now. They don't know me, and it's just as well.
Yeah.
I don't have any problems with it. It's good.
How about for Donna when she drew away from the concession stand person?
I don't think she misses that at all. She ran the whole bingo program, you know, for years. She doesn't anymore. Pam kind of took it over now. So.
Okay. Pam Gregor's become very involved. I know she does
a great job. She's a hard worker.
Concession, and now I didn't know this, but now she is doing the bingo also.
Yeah, she's doing the bingo. She sells a lot of program ads. She does a good job. Yeah, it's a good group. I think they're going to be able to pull it together, hold it together, but it's always tough. It's a big job, you know. Get the field ready, schedule the games.
City still cooperative in terms of working with us?
Well, we lean on the city when we need something bigger to be done. We do our own groundskeeping here and stuff. But the city's helped us immensely over the years. And when we have a problem with something, we call them. They usually help us out.
I know Joe Curlin was an individual with the city that you worked with for many, many years.
Yeah.
And if I heard right, he's retiring.
He's gone already. He's retired.
Gone already. And how is the new person that took over? Is he cooperative also?
Yeah, he's doing all right. He's doing all right. Joe just loved it, though. Joe really had, I didn't say admire, but really thought highly of what we did, you know.
Right. And that's
it's a professional
really helps when
program
you have a
and stuff.
person that thinks highly of the program. You know, they're more willing to, at that point, to work with you.
We're running it professionally. You know, CJ does a great job over here. They're
right.
Keeping the thing going. And
Chase Hanselman is up. Alex Ames is on at first, getting hit by a pitch. I believe it was about his 17th time getting hit, Lucas. 15.
I like that kid a lot. He's a ball player.
Yeah, he's a family always seems to be here. They're sitting right down below us.
I haven't even met him. I have to go down there and say hello to him. I mean, I have to come up here. Trouble with the
Going back to the future of the club and the people that are working the various positions, we had mentioned Bill Weinog, and we didn't mention Wayne Palm, but those two guys do an awesome job with the uniforms and getting that ready each game for the players.
Bill works mostly with the uniforms and that, and Wayne works mostly with lining up the travel arrangements.
Who's doing the groundkeeping?
Harvey. You know, what the hell is his, I forgot his last name. I can't help you. But Harvey, he's unbelievable.
Harvey McBroom.
McBroom, yeah. I'm embarrassed that I forgot that. He's a really good guy. But he works hard. He does so much, and Dave Hinsey helps him out.
Hanselman draws a walk, and that's going to bring up Harry. You know, the other thing, getting back to the basics of the team, is your manager. It's nice to have a solid, grounded, committed guy running the team.
Yeah. We had a bunch of years here. We had a different guy every year, it seemed, and that was
for a while there. Yeah, it was hard to
really
keep a
hard
guy
to
for
keep.
more
He
than a
didn't wanna
season or
stay.
two.
But Tim is really a good one. He's committed. He's a good baseball man. He makes good decisions. I'm proud of him. David, when David was here too, he was a great manager for us. So.
It was nice to see him at the Hall of Fame induction of Taylor Schwartz.
Yeah, he's still involved in it. He'd like to see the Hall of Fame get a little better organized, and I would too. We can't seem to find a leader for that group. That's the problem. But
sounds like the Old Timers Club.
Sounds like the Old Timers. Yeah, same thing. But they do a great job. Tim is, one time he gets upset when the players don't show up. That bugs him.
What's David doing now?
David is in.
Is he still in administration?
Northport, Long Island. And he's, he's a supervisor of a school, the high school there. The whole district, I mean, he's district supervisor.
Harry goes down swinging.
David's doing a good job. He's highly respected out there.
So he's superintendent of schools at the district he's at.
Schools.
Yeah.
Superintendent of schools.
It's got to be really nice when you have the induction like we did a couple weeks ago and you get all those former Hall of Famers here for the ceremony. You know, it's just like the MLB Hall of Fame induction. They get their Hall of Famers to come back.
Guys have a lot of fun that weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really get close. You were there, Marty. You really get close when you're on a team with somebody. And that never leaves you. You never forget the guys. And once you get to see them only once a year, it's really a nice night.
You know, speaking of Hall of Fame, oh, ball is up and in. Connor Lashup. What was I going to say? Oh, the induction. I know you and Donna were instrumental in me getting into the contributors wing of the Hall of Fame. But I haven't heard anything. I was on that committee, actually, but I haven't heard anything about any meetings or anything like that.
I have to give Scott a call, see what he's got in mind.
Okay. So Scott's still running that part of it?
Yeah, I guess, as far as I know.
Okay.
He's done a lot for us, too, that guy.
Yeah, he was
president for years. And
Josh Somm is the current president of the club.
Yeah.
Another walk, and that loads the bases for Hudson Wagner. There's only one out. I haven't seen Josh at the park much. He did make it the other night when we had the group photos being taken. And what do you know about him?
Not much, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah,
I know he's a Cleveland kid.
Yeah, that he is. All the psalms. There must be 500 psalms in Cleveland. The 600 people, there's 500 psalms in Cleveland, I think.
Yeah, that and Wagner.
And Wagner, yeah.
Speaking of Cleveland, I go to the nursing home out on Y, Sheboygan Senior Community, and I help with the Catholic service. I'm the singer. But Cleveland guy is out there is Wally Leonard. He's always there on Wednesday for the service. I get to talk to him a little bit. He seems to be doing fine.
He was a good baseball guy, Wally.
Oh, yeah, the best.
And a good friend, too.
His son, Steve, is managing the Wildcats now.
Yeah, is he managing? Good for him. I didn't realize that. He had one great year for us, I'll tell you that. He was 10-0 one year. That was amazing.
He was a human rain delay.
Yeah.
He was a slow worker.
Yeah.
Hudson Wagner up. Hudson flew out to right his first time up. The bases are loaded, only one out. He's got a chance to put a dent in that Greenville lead.
Come on, kid, hit one here.
The one thing I like about Tim and his managing is he gets a lot of players in the game.
He works at that. He kind of recruited them, you know. He doesn't want to let them down.
Right, exactly.
He explains earlier the best kids are going to play. That's all there is to it.
Big swing by Hudson, but he misses. The count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Anything else you want to talk about, Denny?
I'm just going to say our pitching has been phenomenal this year.
Yes, it has.
Once these new kids are really delivering, and our veterans are
nice guy to get back after us not being here for a bunch of years.
Jason Button, huh?
Yeah, Button.
He can pitch. I really love him. He puts it wherever he wants it. He doesn't throw so hard anymore, but he's quick enough that you gotta look for the fastball.
Yep, exactly.
He's a good one.
Just think if Brad Reinfleisch hadn't hurt his arm, you know, it'd be another.
He can really fire. He threw it pretty hard. And Reclitis is just something else.
Yes.
Puts it where he wants to put it.
It was nice to see Randy and Mary at the games.
Yeah, they're here all the time.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Hudson Wagner. Bases loaded for Sheboygan. They're down 3-0.
Schmidt's another one that's a great pitcher.
Oh my, great guy too.
Oh, they don't come any better. He throws strikes and he puts it right where he wants it all the time. And he's a good one.
That ball is up and in. It hit Wagner, and that's going to force in a run. Sheboygan is on the board.
Base is still loaded.
And the base is still loaded. Good call, Denny. Jimmy Jurgensen up. Jimmy hit a grand slam the other night against the Tropics. I don't know if you were here that night.
Yeah, I was here.
Okay.
I like him this year. He's a much better hitter than he has been. He's aggressive. He's picking pitches out. Sees when he likes, he really goes after it.
That ball gets by, but it hits the cement backstop and comes right back to Kunke. And runners not able to advance. You win some and you lose some with that backstop.
Yeah. Pitcher likes it now.
Denny, was there anything else you wanted to talk about before?
I don't think so. Just if we could throw in a plug for the athletic club, I'd like to do that because we need more people.
Jimmy with the line drive to the gap in right center field. That's going to clear the bases. Jimmy pulls up at second with a stand-up double, and 3 runs score, and Sheboygan has the lead 4-3. I don't know, Lucas, this is not looking good for you, kid.
You're not superstitious, are you, Marty?
Danny, you still got the magic. You know, speaking about clearing the bases, if you want to do that, you have to have a pretty fast runner at first.
Yeah.
And Hudson Wagner was pretty fast.
Yeah. Jimmy's really been hitting the ball. I'm happy to see him do well, too. He's a good kid. They're all good kids out there. I really like this.
You know, the other thing, and I remember we talked about this when we did the show, Denny Moyer and the Sheboygan A's, about the fans that seem to show up every year, and it's almost like a family.
Yeah, it is. It is that.
That pitch looked low and outside, but it was called a strike. Nick Tenney behind in the count. It's no balls, 2 strikes. Jimmy perched on second.
Getting back to the club again, Mark. If we can recruit any volunteers, we'd love to have them. We need more people on the working level at ball games. So if you see anybody, try to recruit them for us. We need help. And it's fun, you know, it's a good time.
Good play by Vila to go after Jimmy. He's an easy out at third. Get a 1-5 put out. Reaching on the fielder's choice was Tenney. Cal Casper up. Casper had what looked to be a double, but got thrown out at second, so we had to give him a single. But hit the ball. Throw on a pickoff attempt is out of play. Tenney will have to hold at second. It's going to be a E1. Bad throw by the pitcher. So let's talk a little bit about ranking players. I know Gene Mand, Lee Wettenkamp are right up there, probably year 1 and 2. Where would you rank Harry among all the players that played with Sheboygan?
As a hitter, we're just talking hitting. Harry's one of the best we've ever had. He's good pitch selection. He takes a lot of pitches, hits with power, and he can hit the ball to right field, move runners. He does everything he's supposed to do up there. He's a good hitter. And he's got some strength. He hits the ball hard.
He's a big dude.
He's a big guy. He's a great guy, too. Harry Stelzner.
Yeah, he's a real easy guy to talk to.
Good as they come, Harry is. And he plays pretty good first base, too. What happened there?
We had to give him an error early in the game, but it wasn't him that failed. It was the glove. One of the.
I guess he broke his glove or something.
Yeah, ball slipped through the trap. 2-0 count. Casper takes that one inside. 3-0.
Getting back to the all-timers again. You got to make Lee Wettenkamp's the best player we ever had. No question.
Yeah,
about
I
that.
couldn't remember if it was him or Lee, but you're right. Lee was
And
him or
was-
Gene. I meant.
Gene was a good one too.
Oh,
I'm not
right.
taking anything away from Gene. He did everything for us. But Wetz is just—he was just a ball player's ball player. He was just everything.
You know, he's a good leader
Yep.
without having to be real loud. I mean, it's just the way he carried himself.
Yeah, he's just something else. He belonged at a much higher level than this. I'll tell you that. Well, he got missed. I don't know.
George Haas is up.
And then just talking hitters, you got Gene, of course, and Randy Wilkie. Don't overlook Randy Wilkie.
Yeah, there's
he's
another
a
guy.
Big stick. He was a big stick. One of the best we ever had.
He was manager for a couple of years.
Yeah. And he did well too.
It was nice to see his brother Ron get in
Yeah,
last year.
that was good. And Jason Bartelt was a good player.
Oh my.
Can't overlook Barty. A lot of good ones. Dave Gare, years ago. Dave was one of
Yeah.
the best we had.
And another guy that you don't hear a lot about, but boy, he had a nice career, and you know he's in the Hall of Fame, is Rick Bumgart.
Rick played a long time and did a good job for us. He was good. Played every position, I think. Pitching,
I
catching.
got a question
infield.
for you. This might tax your memory.
Try me.
Who is the best player not in the Hall of Fame?
Oh boy. Oh, Marty, that's a good question.
That's a hard one. I know when I think back to the guys I played with, it's hard for me to remember. I mean,
it's
there were
hard
some
to-
good ones for sure.
I had to come up with names. We've had a lot of good players from UWM, but they never played. They just played for 2 years or something.
Yeah,
And
that's
you can't put a guy in the Hall
that
of Fame.
makes it challenging now to you know what are the boundaries? You know how much you have to play. I mean, some guys
I think
will have
it's-
some really good years, but
I think it's still 5 years.
is it 5? You got to
play
have a
5 years.
5-year career.
You got to be a regular player too.
Yeah.
We've had some guys been nominated that just didn't play enough games.
George Haas takes a called strike 3, and that ends the Sheboygan 4th inning. But they do put up 4 on the board and take the lead 4-3. Denny, thanks a lot for stopping up. Donna, thanks for getting them up here. Really appreciate it. Have a good night, and we'll see you down at the Old Timers Club.
Sounds good. Thanks, Marty.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. Beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then, Dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back here at Wildwood Park, Sheboygan has a new pitcher taking the hill to start the fifth inning is going to be Bryce Lavisa. This is the 8th appearance for Bryce. He's pitched 25 innings, has a 2.16 ERA, and a record of 1-3. Looking to get a hold in this situation, which means don't let the other team score.
And now that Sheboygan's winning, we can talk about the other game in case Sheboygan ends up on top. Currently, it's 1-0 Appleton in the bottom of the 6th inning, and they've got the bases loaded still with just 1 out. So if Appleton wins and Sheboygan wins, they'd go to Appleton tomorrow.
Right, because Appleton has the higher seed. Cameron Cronus fouls that pitch off. The count is 1-2. Sheboygan with a big 4-run 4th inning. They scored their first run when Hudson Wagner was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. And then Jimmy followed that with a bases clearing double. And boy, he just smoked that ball.
Smoked that, just timely hits, right? That was the only hit of the inning. 4 runs scored in just 1 hit. A bases clearing double, and that's all you need. If you get people on base by being disciplined and taking pitches, you just need that timely hit to bring them all home. That's what Jimmy did.
Pitch is outside, evens the count at 2-2.
And Vila had been dominating. He'd faced the minimum the first 3 innings, and all of a sudden his control let him down in that 4th.
Through Joe's 4 innings, he did allow 8 hits, and you had mentioned about the outstanding hitting by Greenville against Sheboygan pitching, and they did it the first 4 innings against Joe Richardson. Another ball popped out of play.
And if you would just show a person not watching this game the hits for each team, you'd think Greenville is dominating. They're up 8-2 in the hits column, but they're down 1 in the runs column because they've left so many runners on base, and Sheboygan's capitalized when they've had runners on.
Called, strike 3. Good breaking pitch right on the outside corner. Gets Cronus, and that brings up Brock Wolter.
And the thing that really was the Achilles heel for Richardson was just base runners. Constantly, every inning, more than 2 base runners. And it's really a miracle he only gave up 3 runs in those 4 innings. Did a nice job of working out of those tight jams.
One of the things we mentioned coming in was he gave up a lot of hits in his previous 12 innings, had 15 given up. But he also had 8 walks in his outing tonight. He only walked 2, which did hurt him on that first run. He allowed that walk to run, but other than that, he did nice work. Good breaking pitch, a slider that time by Lavisa is in. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Joe Richardson's pitching line, he went 4 innings, gave up 8 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned, walked 2, struck out 3. He is not in position to win or lose the game. And another strikeout for Lavisa.
And Lavisa's got that strikeout stuff. We've seen him in his previous appearances. He really get a lot of his outs via the K.
22, and to give him 24 strikeouts now in 25 2/3 innings.
Just under 9 Ks per 9.
Gary Wiestup Gary reached on an error in the second, singled and scored in the fourth. So he's 1 for 2. Plays a nice shortstop for Greenville. Weist 0 for 10 though, pardon me, 1 for 11 in the season series. Steinke with a delayed call. We thought he was going to peel down to first to see if the batter swung, but that was not necessary. It's a called strike. 1 and 2 is the count. Lovisa threw the heater that time, but it stayed up high. Great job by Denny Moyer.
Yeah.
It was a good interview.
Knows the Sheboygan A's history in and out.
He was, he wasn't with them at the very start. I think he was a player back then, but within a season or two, he took over being the general manager, position he held until a couple of years ago when he pretty much drew out of leadership role with the A's. Full count now on the number 9 hitter for Greenville. Weist hanging in there.
That's a tough pitch to make contact with. He's really early on that pitch, and
he's doing what all those Greenville star hitters do: foul off pitches and remain tough. I don't know about you, Lucas, but we need to score some more runs. I don't think 4 is enough.
I was going to wait till the next inning to say what Sheboygan's inning, but yeah, I don't think that 4 runs, like you mentioned, it's going to be anywhere near enough to win this game, the way that both teams have scored in their matchups against each other.
Breaking ball stays up high. That brings up Garrett Hitpis.
And the things with Greenville is that they work those great at-bats, but a lot of times it feels like they're winning those battles, drawing walks or getting hits after the at-bat's already gone 6 to 8 pitches.
They've drawn 3 walks so far tonight. And with 2 outs, Hitpis is trying to bunt his way on.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I wasn't going to say anything, but hey, any way to get on, right?
If you got good speed and you're good at bunting, you really catch the defense off guard, but not a very high success rate, especially with 2 outs.
Yeah, Wagner about a step behind the bag at third. Harry is holding the runner, so he's right by first base. Weist doesn't look to be taking much of a lead at first. Lash has a good arm behind the plate. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. They batted around in the 4th. They'll be starting with the top of the order. Weist was on the move on the pitch, but it was fouled back. So it'll be Ames, Hasselman, and Stelt.
I think I should, you know how I used to have my pitch counter to track the pitches? I should track their foul balls.
Yeah, right.
In this game.
That
My
would
goodness.
be an interesting stat.
It's not like Lavisa's making bad pitches either.
No, he's pitches up a little bit. Connor Lash asked for an appeal, but the base umpire, Kevin Vincent, said no swing. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning. Breaking ball is bounced to third, and right underneath the glove of Wagner. That'll go as another error on Sheboygan. Hudson has made some real nice plays at third base, and that one was definitely a clunker.
Yeah, it's just unusual to see him make that type of mistake.
Well, yeah, especially when you've seen the two plays he
Yeah,
made previous.
He saw that Greenville hadn't gotten their 2 base runners out in the inning yet.
Turner Kunke is up. He walked and scored in the first, and then grounded to the pitcher and lined out to Harry into what was almost a double play.
This infield also hasn't been very kind to Sheboygan infielders tonight either. Maybe he was waiting for it to take maybe an extra hop.
Yeah, yeah. Line drive into left, and coming in and making a one-handed catch was Nick Tenney. Nick just saved a run or two right there. Great play. Greenville goes scoreless in the fifth, and as we head to the bottom half of the fifth, Sheboygan still on top.
Oh.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Taven Gass is now pitching, taking over for Nate Vila. Taven Gass, I believe, pitched, he started actually game 1 of the doubleheader back on July 11th. He went 3 innings, gave up 7 runs. 6 of those were earned. Taven, not a big guy, does throw pretty good. And leading off the inning is the leadoff hitter, Alex Ames. Alex with a line drive to center, and a diving catch is made by Cronus out in center field. What a play by him. Ames was robbed.
Yeah, he just saw Nick Tenney make the diving catch to end the top of the fifth, so he said, why don't I make one of my own right there? Cameron Cronus, great catch. Great jump, too.
Chase Hanselman up.
And now looking over at the other game going on right now, Appleton's moved out to a 4-0 lead now in the 7th, so if Sheboygan wins, more than likely, they'd be playing a road game in Appleton tomorrow.
Big breaking ball by Gass is low. Chase walked and scored his last time up. That was in the 4th. We're in the 5th. Sheboygan batted around in that 4th inning. Ames led the inning off, being hit by a pitch, and then Hanselman walked. Slow roller cutting in front, the third baseman, and no play. It's going to be an infield hit by Hanselman in that 4-run 4th after Harry struck out with runners on 1st and 2nd. Connor Lash also walked to load the bases. And at that point, Wagner was hit by a pitch. Sheboygan scored 1. And then Jimmy with the only hit of the inning, a big one, a bases clearing double. And that's where Sheboygan sits right now with a 4-3 lead. Harry hits a bouncer up the middle, taken by the shortstop Wiest. Steps on second and throws to first for the easy 6-3 double play, and that ends Sheboygan's 5th.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Leading off the inning for Greenville is Jake Lucas, and he hammers one out to Casper, who makes a nice throw over to Harry for the out. And it's a quick one pitch, one out in the 6th. Mr. Evans was up here talking about the Sheboygan Legion team. You know, there's something, we never hear anything about it. They finished 23-7. They're actually at the state tournament.
Yeah, they won their first game today against Watertown in Marshfield. Hopefully they can continue progressing post 83.
Nice to hear that. Kudos to Mr. Evans for coming up here and giving us that
it's a big
information.
accomplishment. He said only 8 teams make it to state. So.
Yeah. I don't remember. I've got it in my folder, but they had the state tournament here one year, and it was a blast. We announced all the games.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, it was cool. You'd have enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Joe Fisher's up. Joe sitting in a hitter's count, 2 balls and no strikes. Lavisa still on the hill for Sheboygan.
We did hear that there's a chance that Eric Schmitz could be in relief. I haven't seen him warming up or seen him around the dugout, so well, it's just a matter of time maybe. See how Lavisa does.
He might be on direct call when they get into the 8th inning, and with the lead, they'll give him a call, and he'll be here.
Yeah,
warming
maybe.
up for the 9th.
Warming up at his house right now just in case. Maybe he's listening to you right now.
2-2 count to Joe Fisher. He's got a single and a double. Stuck his bat out, but Casper able to race over and make the catch in short center field. That brings up Matthew Hitpus. Oh. Bill's got us with 3 hits. I only have us with 2.
He gave a handsome one
Pardon
hit.
me, Casper had that.
Yep.
What looked like to be a double and was a single.
Casper, Hanselman, and Jurgensen. Be really big for Lavisa to get this 1-2-3. Sheboygan has not even had close to a clean inning tonight. Haven't faced less than 5 in an inning yet. Be a great time to start a trend here in the 6th.
Yeah, things were looking good in that 5th inning until we had a walk and an error, but able to escape any damage. Hopefully we can get a 1-2-3 right here. Looked like a slider was outside for a ball. Evens the count at 1-1. What I don't like, Lucas, is when the umpire signals with his right arm that the pitch was outside, because then it makes me think like he's calling a strike. Good breaking ball, but a good job by Matthew Hitpus not to offer it that. Evens the count at 2-2.
Just feels like up and down this lineup, just very disciplined hitters. They don't swing it a lot. They don't chase it a lot.
A lot of young guys,
Yeah.
too, and they're a young team. And they're wise beyond their age when it comes to hitting.
A lot of guys that just graduated high school this year and are on their way to their freshman year in college.
Yeah, who was it? Weist. That was a
Weist
senior.
and
He's going to
Hitpus
attend
as well.
Western Technical College in La Crosse. Call, strike 3. It looked to be in the other batter's box, but we'll take it. And that ends the 6th, and that's the first clean inning for Sheboygan tonight.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Connor Lash is going to lead off for Sheboygan in the 6th inning. First pitch is a strike. Tavian Gas is on the hill for Nate Vila. Vila was virtually unhittable through the first 3 innings. Only gave up a single in the 3rd, but it all came falling down in the 4th when he walked 3 batters and hit 2 and gave up that big double.
Yeah, just uncharacteristic. He was all around the zone in those first 3 innings and comes out for the 4th, and it feels like he just ran out of gas.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't that amazing how that happened so quickly?
He ran out of gas. They had to put in gas.
Yeah. Get your finger out of my face.
Second clever joke tonight.
That's about your number for all year.
Break out some new things come playoffs.
That's a good time to do it, too. It works best when we're winning, too.
Yeah.
Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Well, it was a pitch for their guy, so you're can expect it to be a pitch for our guy, or going to be a strike. Again, the pitch looked way outside, but umpire Steinke's been calling that all night.
Each umpire's got a different zone. You just kind of adjust to it, and eventually at some point.
Hudson Wagner up. Hudson first pitch swing, fouls it straight back. We mentioned Greenville has a nice ball club. They have a losing record, but it's not indicative of how hard they play and the smart hitters that they are. Oh, and 2 is the count. Sometimes it's just a matter of if your team can pick up maybe a pitcher or 2 and then maybe get a couple more position players, because in the NEWBL you got to be able to play, through the course of the week. You're not weekend warriors anymore.
Yeah, Wisconsin Stately, we see very few weekday games, a lot of those double headers that they rely on during the weekend. At NEWBL, it feels like every Tuesday, Thursday, even Wednesdays a lot of times as well. There's a game.
Or like, we did have the double headers with Greenville.
Yep.
Saturday, Sunday. But so you got to get your players, and then you got to get them at the games. And the same thing happens to Sheboygan, and they've got a huge roster. But, you travel up somewhere to play a game, and you got 10 guys, and you got 1 pitcher. It's tough.
That was what hurt Sheboygan last time they played Greenville. I mean, if you remember.
Fouled straight back, and not a roof ball. That's a good thing.
You remember both times they played Greenville on that Saturday, they had 1 pitcher coming in and hoping they'd go the full way, and neither of them did.
Right.
That's why you had to have Chase Hanselman pitch in a game.
2-2 pitch coming up. Breaking ball and foul tick, but right into the mitt of the catcher, and there's 2 outs. Jimmy Jurgensen has the big hit of the night. 3-run double.
And other than that 4th inning, this offense has really been shut down. I mean, they've been faced the minimum besides that 4th where they batted around. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I don't know if you heard me saying this to Denny, but when Jimmy hit that one, it's always nice. It's always a little easier to clear the bases when you have a fast runner at first like Hudson Wagner.
Greenville's pitching staff has been the reason why they've dropped a lot of games this season. But in all 4 games, let's say, the last 4 games, the first one was a little shaky, giving up the 10 runs. But other than that, they've done some serious damage to Sheboygan hitting. Really held them under wraps.
In that July 11th doubleheader here in game number 2, Sheboygan lost by a score of 5-1, and I don't have the totals written down, but Ethan Peters pitched the whole game and pitched a fine game, only allowing 1 run. I guess they'd like to have him here tonight.
Thank goodness he isn't. But even then, it hasn't really made much of a difference.
First pitch to Tenney is a strike. Nick reached on a fielder's choice back in the 4th. That was out number 2. Slow roller over to 3rd. Going to 2nd is a hit piss and gets the force on Jimmy, and that ends the Sheboygan 6th inning. But after 6 complete, Sheboygan's still on top.
The estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Back here at Wildwood Park, they're calling the numbers for the 50-50. The winner is going to win $232. And we haven't mentioned this throughout the broadcast, but we have a very nice crowd here tonight. And it's nice to see them open their pocketbook.
Yeah. Get that 50-50 raffle
50
number up.
raffle up there. Benny Kiefer is going to lead off the 7th. Benny is 0 for 3. Kiefer through the first 4 games was 6 for 11. Ball up the middle. Casper with a low throw, but Harry able to dig it out. And it goes as a 4-3 putout, 1 pitch, 1 out. That's how the 6th inning started also. Cameron Cronus is next. Cameron, the fine center fielder for Greenville. He's had a mixed results at the bat, Lucas, with a base hit, but he also has 2 strikeouts.
Uh-oh.
Kewaskum and Appleton are tied at 4 in the top of the 7th, and a line drive base hit by Cronus.
Felt like Appleton was in control of that game, dominating the whole way, being up 4-0. And all of a sudden, the momentum have shifted, just like it did in the 4th inning of this game.
One thing we know about Kewaskum is they also, just like Greenville, have a fine offensive squad.
It's a very even league, the NEWBL. Anyone can beat anyone. You can say that about most of the Wisconsin State League as well.
Brock Wolter. There is 1 out. Tying run is on base. Corona's taking a nice lead. Bryce Lavisa on the hill. He's working his 3rd inning. The fly ball out to right. Hanselman has it measured. And that's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Gary Wiest, who's been on all 3 times.
He's been a great hitter for, and at least today. Other than that, he's really struggled for the Greenville Stars. But tonight, he's kind of changed that narrative about himself. Again, the 2 hits. And he's been on all 3 times, reached on an error back in the second.
Breaking ball is a strike. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I do want to mention a little bit about the State League playoffs. The playoff scenario does not include the 2 Illinois teams. So the 4 Wisconsin teams will be playing this weekend in Oshkosh, a round robin type situation. And then the 2 teams with the best record play a 4th game for the championship of the playoffs in the Wisconsin State League. Tournament.
Yeah.
Got to get that right, otherwise I get fired. CJ was pretty animated over there. It's not a playoff, it's a tournament. Yeah, downgrade my pay. I still bring in my own soda.
Yeah, State League relies more so on the regular season. That's the champion of the State League. Sheboygan so close to taking that home. Chance to win both
They only
leagues.
need one more win. Apparently, the games that Lombard has left are not going to be played. So if Sheboygan can just win one of these last 2 remaining games, they will win the league by percentage points. And you'll take a championship any way you can get it. That pitch in the dirt. Lash with a good stop. Has a little trouble picking it up, but now he's got it.
I haven't won the league since 2000.
Right, yeah, it's been Lombard almost all the time. 3-2, 2 outs. Cronus will be on the move on this pitch. Little bouncer in front of the plate. Lavisa has it and guns it over to first. Wiest was hustling hard, but couldn't beat the fine throw. And that ends the Greenville 7th.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Tavian Gass is still on the mound for Greenville. He'll be facing the bottom part of the order for Sheboygan in the 7th. It'll be Cal Casper and then George Haas. We mentioned it throughout the season, and we've mentioned it tonight. Sheboygan's defense has not been the greatest that we've seen, and they're sitting up there on the scoreboard with 3 errors, but amazingly enough, all of the Greenville runs are earned.
4 runs on 3 hits with 3 errors against a great offensive team who has 9 hits and only 1 error, and they're winning the game.
Yeah, somehow it just doesn't seem right. Casper has one of those 3 Sheboygan hits. And he
Definitely.
blistered it out to the gap in left center field, but a fine play by Fisher to get it before it made the warning track, or right by the warning track, and then fire a strike to second base to get Casper, who thought he had a pretty good chance at a double, but he was clearly out.
Hey, definitely want to add on here, especially Casper. Let's try to rip another one to left field,
Yeah,
get on
that'd
base.
be great.
Stay at first this time, but
Cal with a looper out to right, and Hitbis a little bit fooled by that, but managed to track it down, make the catch. And that is the fourth fly ball caught by the Greenville right fielder. George Haas up. Haas first pitch swinging, fouls it off. Haas struggled virtually all year, maybe over the last several games. His hitting has really come around, but he's finally over the 200 mark. He was sitting at below 100 for a while, but doing better now. Hits a long fly ball out to right. Again, another catch made by Hitbis.
feels like no matter how hard they hit the ball, how high they hit the ball, no matter what happens, it's going to be in the glove of a Greenville player. They just can't seem to get anything going. Even in that fourth inning, they only had one hit where they scored the 4 runs.
Matthew Hitbis is the right fielder. The other Hitbis, Garrett, is over at third. Back to the top of the order. Ames pounds it on the ground over to Kiefer. He makes the play. And that ends Sheboygan's 7th inning. We're heading to the 8th with Sheboygan on top.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
Serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend
Serious.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Now pitching for Sheboygan is Jude Ackert. Jude has had a tough season. He pitched the other night, started the game against the Tropics. That was the night you weren't here, Lucas, and he had a tough night, only went 2 1/3 and gave up 7 runs. So he's due to do better.
Yeah, you hope he's got 6 big outs to get here. Just hope he can find the zone and keep Sheboygan in front, keep their season alive in the NEWBL.
Lavisa had a strong outing, going 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and is in line to get the win.
Big thing for Ackert is to find the zone. It's been his Achilles heel all season. Gives up a lot of free bases.
Ackert gets the benefit of a high strike. Makes the count 2-1.
The thing about Steinke is his zone's a little bit wider, at least tonight especially. Hopefully Ackert can use that to his advantage.
Ball's fouled back by a Hitpiss. Hitpiss is a 1 for 4 in the ball game. He singled and scored in the fourth. Done a nice job at third base for the Stars. 2-2 pitch. Just a bit inside.
And the big thing for Ackert, get that leadoff hitter. It's so important not to give a leadoff walk or leave one over the middle plate.
Lavisa in his 3 innings got the leadoff hitter each time. Lash took that one off the padding. I was looking at Bryce's. He struck out the first batter he faced was a called strike. And then in the 6th, he got the leadoff hitter. First pitch, ground out to second base. And the exact same thing happened in the 7th. First pitch, batter grounded out to second. So you're right, getting that leadoff man is huge.
It's not always, I mean, you need to get the other 2 outs, but it's so much easier for pitcher when you get an out and there's not a runner on base already. Less pressure pitches, that's what Richardson struggled with in his 4 innings. Big pitch here for Ackert.
I was going to say one of the reasons why Greenville is losing this ball game is they've left 12 runners on base. Three-two pitch hit to Haas at short. He one-hands it. Play across is in time. Ackert gets the leadoff man. Good start for him. That's going to bring up Turner Kunke.
And he's got to face the heart of the order as well. 1, 2, 3. Guys that have done a lot of damage against Sheboygan this season.
Big swing and a miss. Kunke is 0 for 3 with a walk. That walk came in the 1st. And he ended up scoring on Matthew Hitpiss's RBI single. Hard grounder to Wagner. Good play by Hudson. Jake Lucas, he's been a thorn in the side of Sheboygan this season.
That's crazy. He's only 1 for 4. That's
only 1
almost
for 4, but you look at those first 4 games. Boy, he was a beast. 10 for 17. The other thing is he stands up there. He's got a nice swing. I mean, he looks like a hitter up there.
Smooth left-handed swing. Big contact guy, gets a lot of singles we've seen, especially when he's been at Wildwood Park.
Right. Everything we've seen has been a single. Call, strike 2. Good breaking ball by Jude on the outside corner. Lefty on lefty. See if Jude can take advantage of that situation. And he got him with a fastball. And that ends the 8th inning for Greenville. Let's see if Sheboygan can get a little insurance.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Trent Fuchet is on the hill for Greenville.
Fute is what Bill's got.
What's he got?
Fute.
Fuse?
Fute.
Futes? All right,
Fute.
whatever. Well, Gass had a nice outing for Greenville.
We could just go by Trent.
Yeah, we'll just call him Trent. We'll show Bill, won't we? Chase Hanselman is going to lead off the 8th inning for Sheboygan. Chase is 1 for 2 with a walk.
Not the guy you want to be greeted by if you're coming out of the Stars bullpen. Chase Hanselman.
First pitch is a strike.
So important for Sheboygan just to get something going here. It's just been that 1/4 inning where they've really had any offense at all. It's their only inning where they've had a runner at second base this game.
Gass went 3 innings, only gave up a hit and a walk, had 2 strikeouts, no runs allowed. Nice outing for him. He struggled in that first game back on July 11th in his start against Sheboygan. Trent with a good fastball, blew it right by Hanselman.
It's very rare that we see multiple pitchers be able to throw fastballs, see so many whiffs from Sheboygan hitters, especially this part of the order.
Harry waiting on deck.
Fastballs have been dynamic, and then the good breaking stuff has really fooled Sheboygan all night long.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Hanselman. Chase having a fine year. And a full count. Blew that one, fired that one right down 8th Street, but Hanselman able to foul it off.
And over in that Appleton-Kewaskum game, Appleton's up 1, 5-4 in the bottom of the 8th, so
yeah.
Sheboygan wins. More than likely, that's where they'll be headed.
Hanselman draws a leadoff walk. Yeah, I had that written down. I never said the score. Thanks for picking that up. Remember, we told you that the winner of that Appleton-Kewaskum game, Sheboygan will play the winner of that should they stay ahead here. If Appleton wins it, they will go to Appleton. If Kewaskum comes back and wins it, they'll be playing here tomorrow night. Hopefully we'll know the results of that game before we sign off. If the results don't come over the wire before we sign off, you'll have to check the Sheboygan A's website. Harry takes that one out of the zone.
And they're now heading into the 9th inning, so just those 3 outs left for Kewaskum. Try to put up a run to keep it going or take the lead. Pull the pressure back on the Legends.
We don't have any stats on this pitcher, but he seems to have trouble finding the strike zone. As I say it, he throws a strike.
Right down the middle.
2-1 to Harry. It's been a tough night for him, 0 for 3. I just figured out another reason why I like the first baseman, Jake Lucas. He's a left-hander, not only a left-handed hitter, but a left-hander.
Big at bat here for Harry. He's been a guy who's so consistently come through in big situations.
See if Hanselman's running on this 2-2 pitch to Harry. Harry couldn't get the bat off the shoulder. Called strike 3. And that's going to bring up Connor Lash. Connor looking for his first hit tonight. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Boy, I can't remember the last time I saw a game where Harry had 3 strikeouts.
I don't think I ever have, to be honest with you.
First pitch, a breaking ball outside. One pitch is high and tight for ball 2. Hanselman not taking a real big lead. I'm surprised he hasn't tried to steal.
You don't want to make an out on the bases, but, you know, with Trent being so wild on the mound.
Line drive, foul down the left field line.
With Trent being so wild on the mound, it would make it more difficult for the catcher to make a play on Hanselman at second base. Kunke, and he hasn't really had to do much tonight either. Sheboygan hasn't had a lot of base runners to try and steal with.
2 balls and 1 strike to Connor. Hanselman seems to be stretching it out a little bit at first. Not going. There was a hanging breaking ball, but Lash was way out in front.
And sometimes your eyes light up so much that you just swing so early and get out in front of it.
Oh boy, isn't that the truth? Two count, 1 out. Hanselman on at first. There's a drive out to right field deep. Coming over is Matthew Hitpus, and he makes another grab out there. I think he's up to 5 fly balls to him tonight. He's been a busy man.
I got 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I said, 6. Good job, Lucas.
Thank you.
Big breaking ball actually looked pretty good. Wagner thought he was going to get hit and ducked out of the way, but it is called a ball. Pitch is up also. On the season, Hanselman has 8 stolen bases. He's only caught once. Oh, Wagner hit on the elbow. Second time he's been hit tonight.
This is only the second inning that Sheboygan has had a runner at second base. The fourth inning where they got all 4 of their runs is the only other time. And over in Appleton, Kewaskum's down to their last out with nobody on base. It's getting tight here in the NEWBL playoffs. Both games within a run.
Yeah.
Both late.
Wouldn't want to have it any other way. Come on, Jimmy. Jimmy with the big blow of the game, a bases loaded triple. Pardon me, a bases loaded double. And that those 3 runs gave Sheboygan the lead 4-3, which is where we're at right now. Jimmy, high fly ball out into left center field, and Fisher makes the catch. And that ends the Sheboygan 8th, and we are headed to the 9th.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Eric Schmitz is now on the mound for Sheboygan. Jude Ackert did a nice job in his 1 inning. Got a strikeout, gave up no hits or walks. Schmitty coming in, making his 9th appearance of the season. He's got a 5-1 record, looking for his first save. Hopefully he'll get that tonight. In Appleton, they're in the 9th. The Legends lead it 5-4 over Kewaskum. There are 2 outs in the top of the 9th, but Kewaskum does have a runner on base.
Down to the last strike right now. Tying run on first.
Schmitty has pitched 43 innings on the season, has a 3.56 ERA. Fisher is 2 for 4 in the ballgame, including a double. Schmitty fires that first pitch in there for a strike. Dotting the outside corner with a fastball.
Back
Fisher
in
fouls
Appleton.
that one out on the New Jersey Avenue, goes down, no balls and 2 strikes. Sheboygan looking to win and advance in the NEWBL playoffs.
And in Appleton, Kewaskum's not done yet, just got a base hit first and third with 2 outs.
Schmitty's 0-2 pitch is up high. Breaking ball is pounded just foul down the third base line.
Yeah, can't get much closer than that. Just on the left side of that third base bag.
Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fisher had hits his first 2 at-bats and made out his last 2 at-bats. Hits that one high in the air. Ames coming in hard and makes the catch. Looked like he may have lost track of it for a minute, and then all of a sudden he picked it up and had to race in and make the easy catch. Matthew Hitpiss, the right fielder, is up. Matthews had a good night at the bat, going 2 for 3 and a couple RBIs. Also been very active in right. What'd we say, 6 catches out in right field? Lucas has a game changer on his phone. He's checking out that Appleton game. They're in the top of the 9th. Kewaskum has 2 outs, but runners on first and third. Appleton on top by a run. Schmitty with a fastball right on the knees for a strike, evens the count. Another pitch right there, right down New Jersey Avenue that time, Lucas.
Big pitch here for Schmitz. Try to finish him. Get him to chase one.
Breaking ball, swing and a miss. 2 outs. Benny Kiefer up. Kiefer's 0 for 4. Let's make it 0 for 5, Schmitty. Little looper over to Casper. He plays it on 1 hop. Throw to first in time. Sheboygan comes back to win it 4-3 after being down 3-0. The big hit of the ball game was Jimmy Jurgens' base clearing double in the 4th. The winning pitcher for Sheboygan is Bryce Lavisa. Eric Schmitz pitched the 9th to get the save. And Appleton won their ball game 5-4. Sheboygan will be playing tomorrow night in Appleton. Lucas, some comments.
My goodness, that 4th inning was just the breath of life Sheboygan needed. They didn't do much of anything. And any other innings only had 3 hits in the game and 3 errors, but 4 runs was just enough. We said we didn't think it'd be enough to win the game, but it ended up being an Eric Schmitz, great job closing the game, but Jude Ackert in that 8th inning to shut the door and get a 3-up, 3-down inning as well. Overall, great pitching performance for Sheboygan, and let's keep winning. Let's go back in the NEWBL.
Nate Vila, who looked unhittable through the first 3 innings, lost it all in the 4th when he gave up 4 runs. He ends up being the Greenville winner. With that, Sheboygan will be playing tomorrow night in Appleton. To track that on Game Changer, we will not be on the air for that one. Matter of fact, I think, Lucas, this might have been our last game of the season.
If they win, they can play on Tuesday.
If they win, if Sheboygan wins tomorrow night in Appleton, they will be playing against Menasha. The first game would be on Monday, August 3rd. Second game would be on Wednesday, Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday would be Tuesday here. So we may have another game to give you. Hopefully we will. But for Lucas, I'm Mike saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.